What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection WWE Network Spotlight Mr. McMahon. This figure actually snuck up on me. I really wasn't expecting this figure at all. I have never seen any promotional images. I just kind of went into Toys R Us and saw him on the shelf. Had to pick him up. But here we do have Mr. McMahon in the packaging. You can see he does come with the classic Attitude Era title as well as a sweater. It looks as disgusting as a real sweater. But anyway, we do have an image of Vince here on the side. And another image of Vince. You can see the tape is already peeling here. He just wants to break free from this. On the back, we don't have any figures of the line, just an image of Vince. And then it says, Mr. McMahon gives his height, his weight, signature move, the McMahon Stunner from Greenwich, Connecticut. Relive the moment when Mr. McMahon caused an upset by defeating Steve Austin to win the 1999 Royal Rumble. Rematch this match on the Best of Network on WWE Collections Best of Stone Cold vs. McMahon. Or, you know, you can just go watch the 1999 Royal Rumble. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's actually get Vince opened up and out of the packaging, and we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Vince McMahon posed and out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually show off his accessories. First off, let's actually get this one out of the way. He does come with the Attitude Era WWE title. I'm always excited whenever they give us the Attitude Era belt, because I think to date, it's only seen 3 different releases. It came with the Ringside Austin, the Defining Moments Austin, and now we get the Toys R Us Network Spotlight Vince that comes with this belt. So really, always a good thing when they give us these old style belts, especially in these exclusive sets, because that actually makes it seem like it's worth picking up. You can see all the details there. You have the eagle with the globe painted on. It says champion. And the side plates look amazing. And then it has the same clip system as all the other belts. If you want to have Vince wearing it, you can. For now, I'm just going to have it posed like this, because I don't know. It might just go in a storage bin because I already have somebody displayed with one. And Vince's second accessory is this sweater. It's actually a sweater that Vince can wear, and that's hilarious. If you don't remember that Royal Rumble, Vince actually started the match without the sweater, and he put it on like when he was on commentary and hiding from Stone Cold. But it's the same concept as all the other shirts. It's just Velcro in the back. And then you can just take it off Vince. A little harder than it is because the Velcro actually sticks really well to this material that the sweater's made out of. But once you get it off, it's an actual sweater, and I'm trying to think what material this is. It's almost like pajama bottoms. If you have a pair of pajama bottoms and you run your finger on this, that's kind of what it feels like. I don't know why, but I feel the need to keep Vince posed with this on. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, here we do have Vince McMahon out of the packaging. And let's get a good 360 of Vince. I'm going to say that maybe the figure is a little bit too ripped to be Vince. I mean, Vince has big arms, but he didn't really have this kind of torso. And I'm trying to think if this is a John Cena torso or if it's his own, because I honestly don't remember if John Cena comes with this torso or Vince, or this body is built specifically for Vince. But like I said, his arms are jacked as they should be, especially at the Royal Rumble that this takes place on. And it kind of looks funny because he does look a little glossy. Vince was really oiled up for that match, so it kind of makes sense that the figure would be just a tiny bit glossy, and then you can have him posed with his arms out like this, like he's ready to fight Stone Cold. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do, Austin. But let's actually take a look at the face, because I think this is where the figure suffers just a little bit. I think they should have gone with a more serious route with Vince. Like, it does kind of look like Vince, but at the same time it kind of doesn't. Like, from that angle it looks like Vince, from this angle it looks like Vince, but from straight on, I really don't see Vince in this. Like, from the sides I do. Maybe a more serious tone would have been better for Vince, especially a scowl. That way you can have him staring down Austin, not with this creepy Paul London-like smile. I didn't notice it until I got on camera, but the head looks like it's a different color, well, different shade of plastic. That's really interesting. But yeah, his hair is a lighter black. It's not really full-on black, but it's not gray. It's like it is almost like a really pale, dark blue, which I guess it really does work for Vince. And we go on to his arms. Like I said, his arms were really ripped at this part. If you don't know why, look it up. But you can see his wrists are wrapped up in the black tape. And then I think Vince set the bar for wrestling in slacks because he is wearing slacks. Is that a good thing? No, because the articulation kind of looks weird, but it is accurate to what he wore during the match, so I guess I can let it slide. Here we gain Vince pose. Let's move the camera down so we can actually go on to his articulation. Vince McMahon has the standard articulation you've come to expect from Elite figures. He does have a ball-jointed head, although he can look up slightly, down not so much. He can tilt his head slightly. He spins left and right. Arms on the ball joint go out. I don't know why the arms are like really stiff bringing in. They do a full 360. He swivels at the bicep, single joint at the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. He has an ab crunch which goes back about that far and leans forward about that far. So he's not going to be the most dramatic pose, but you can still get him posed in any way you want. Waist swivel. Legs do go forward and back all the way. They go out to about that far. Before I go on to any more of his articulation, there is a paint spot right here on the back of my Vince. Does anyone else have that problem, or is it just mine? Because I think that this might actually be the buckle. I don't know, and I really haven't seen too many of these figures, so I can't say for sure if it's part of the buckle or if that's meant to be there. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, legs do go out. He swivels at the thigh. Great articulation in the knee because he is using the suit body, so good articulation there. He can spin at the boot. He also does have a ball joint in the boot, so he can move left and right. And then up and down, back and forth. And then we do get a slight rocker on that. So Vince is actually quite poseable, especially when you really get down and actually try to pose him. You can get him in a lot of great poses. With that being said, that's Vince McMahon for you. So what I'm going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts. Then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Vince McMahon posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like this figure. I really haven't had a Vince McMahon figure, and I kind of missed out on the mail-away figure. Well, I didn't miss out on him. I didn't collect them at the time. I missed out on the CM Punk Vince McMahon 2-pack. And this is actually a really nice figure, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I really do love the fact that we get another Attitude Era belt. You can never have too many belts. Let's just have Vince looking straight on like he just won the world title, because he did. But like I said, overall this is a really nice figure. I do recommend you pick him up if you're a wrestling fan. Now, Vince McMahon did come in the Network Spotlight figure line, and that's exclusive to Toys R Us. So if you want to pick up this Vince McMahon, you're going to have to track him down at your local Toys R Us or get him secondhand. I don't know how much he goes for a secondhand. All I know is that at retail he does come up to $19.99, so it's like $21.80 something with tax. But with that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out all my other wrestling figure reviews, all my other action figure reviews. I try to have content up for you guys at least 3 times a week. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.
My dream.